first advice is, what is that advice to small and medium-sized businesses, which is up to 500, 600 employees, which you and I both target or work with? If they were to keep one or two things in their mind when it comes to deciding what level of risk, how do they make themselves aware? Just give that advice for small businesses.
With an AI governance and acceptable use policy, you can enforce at least the discipline of developing the policy together with the leadership of your smaller customer to think through and to really evaluate the risks of what are permissible uses of AI, what are forbidden uses, what's the repercussions if you do, where the data is allowed to be stored, where isn't. So as you go through the exercise of it, it's not a very heavy lift, but going through the exercise of developing a sort of an acceptable use policy and maybe even AI governance, just to sort of have a process in place, who makes the decisions, how it's being monitored, how it's being managed. And at the end of the day, I think the users feel also much more empowered and enabled and sort of supported in using those AI tools, as opposed to, right, what we see, I'm sure you see the same thing, Raul, a lot of the small, medium businesses, you have a whole bunch of shadow AI, right? People just use their own ChatGPT, their free account, or they use their free Gemini with Google. And instead of just making it a silent scenario direction, you make it very explicit and say, look, you can use ChatGPT, you can use your free version of ChatGPT, but only for these things. And here's a process to request that license based on business use. And that can be incorporated into your AI acceptable use policy. And now employees feel empowered. Leadership made that decision. Leadership accepts the risk of that decision.